Hi students, I am your biology teacher Dr. Mahmood Hassan. Today we will study nucleic acids. Nucleic acids are very important chemical compounds found in all living organisms. In fact, these compounds are marvels of nature. They have replication properties that make them unique and superior to all other biomolecules. They are called nucleic acids because they were first discovered in the nucleus and showed acidic properties. Nucleic acids can be defined as naturally occurring chemical compounds that are capable of being broken down to yield phosphoric acid, sugars, and a mixture of nitrogenous bases. Nucleic acids can also be defined as the polynucleotide molecules that are composed of a series of nearly identical building blocks called nucleotides. In this video, I will explain you the structure of a nucleotide. And while we discuss the structure of a nucleotide, you will automatically understand the difference between two types of nucleic acids. But before we move forward, please subscribe to my channel Biology for All and press the bell icon to be notified about our future videos. And now we go to the classes of the nucleotides. There are two types of nucleic acids: deoxyribonucleic acid or DNA and ribonucleic acid or RNA. DNA is the master blueprint for the life and constitutes genetic material in all free living organisms and most viruses. RNA, on the other hand, is the genetic material of certain viruses, but it is also found in all living cells where it plays an important role in certain processes such as making of proteins. Nucleic acids are the main information carrying molecules of cell, and by directing the processes of protein synthesis, they determine the inherited characteristics of every living thing. As I already mentioned, each nucleotide is made up of a nitrogenous base, a pentose sugar, and a phosphoric acid or phosphate group. They can also be called as pentose or 5-carbon sugar and a phosphate group. In spite of this similarity, basic similarity, both the molecules differ each other. DNA is found in the nucleus. However, some cytoplasmic organelles such as mitochondria and chloroplast also contain their own DNA. Ribonucleic acid or RNA, on the other hand, forms inside the nucleolus and then moves to the specialized region of cytoplasm depending on the type of the RNA formed. DNA is a long ladder-like macromolecule that twists to form a double helix. In contrast to the double helix structure of DNA, RNA is generally single-stranded structure. The helix geometry of DNA is of beta form, whereas the helix geometry of RNA is alpha form. We will now discuss the chemical structure of three components of the nucleotides. Let us now focus on nitrogenous bases in detail. There are two types of nitrogenous bases, the purines and pyrimidines. Purines are basically a class of chemicals that has two ring structure. And if we go, this is ring number 1 and this is ring number 2. 1 6-atom ring contains 2 nitrogen atoms and 4 carbon atoms, and this is linked with a 5-atom ring containing 2 nitrogen atoms and 3 carbons. There are 2 types of purines in nucleic acids. These are adenine and guanine. It is a common observation that students cannot understand the differences in the chemical structure of these two molecules. So the best way to understand the difference is to keep in mind the structure of a purine molecule and numbering of its various atoms. Numbering in purine starts from the nitrogen at the ortho position. This is the ortho nitrogen. Technically, adenine is 6-aminopurine. So here you see amino group is attached at the 6th carbon atom. So technically adenine is 6-aminopurine, whereas guanine is 2-amino 6-oxypurine. That means that there is an amino group at position 2 and an oxygen at group 6. DNA and RNA do not differ with respect to purines, as both of them contain adenine and guanine. Both these chemicals have the same skeleton, and the differences are shown by blinking triangles in this slide. Now we come to pyrimidines. Pyrimidines are a class of chemicals that have a single ring structure with one 6-atom ring containing 2 nitrogen atoms and 4 carbon atoms. There are 3 types of pyrimidines in nucleic acids. These are uracil, thymine and cytosine. Of these 3, DNA contains cytosine and thymine, while RNA has cytosine and uracil. So thymine is found only in DNA, while in RNA it is replaced by uracil. As we talked about the purines, it is very easy to understand the difference in the chemical structure of these 3 molecules. So the best way to understand the differences is to keep in mind the structure of pyrimidine molecules and numbering of its various atoms. Numbering in pyrimidines starts from nitrogen at the para position. In other words, it starts from the bottom nitrogen atom and goes counterclockwise. Technically, uracil is 2,4-dioxypyrimidines. Thymine is 2,4-dioxy-5-methyl-pyrimidine, and cytosine is 2-oxy-4-aminopyrimidines. Hope this way you can easily understand the structure of purines and pyrimidines, and with the help of the blinking triangles you can also find the differences in a very easy way. The second group of chemical compounds found in the nucleotides is the pentose sugar. Pentose sugar contains 5 carbon atoms. Each carbon atom of the sugar molecule is numbered as 1 prime, 2 prime, 3 prime and 5 prime. Pentose sugar in DNA is called deoxyribose, and in RNA this sugar is ribose. The difference between the sugars is the presence of hydroxyl group on 2 prime carbon atom of ribose and its absence on the 2 prime carbon atom of the deoxyribose. You can therefore determine if you are looking at the DNA or RNA nucleotide by the presence or absence of hydroxyl group on the 2 prime carbon atom. You will likely to be asked to do so on numerous occasions, including exams. There can be anywhere between 1 and 3 phosphate groups bound to 5 carbon atom of the sugar. When one phosphate is bound, the nucleotide is referred to as nucleotide monophosphate. If two phosphates are bound, the nucleotide is referred to as nucleotide diphosphate. When three phosphates are bound to the nucleotide, it is referred to as nucleotide triphosphate. The phosphoanhydride bonds between the phosphate group to each other have specific chemical properties that make them good for various biological functions. The hydrolysis of the bonds between the phosphate groups is thermodynamically exergonic in biological conditions. Nature has evolved numerous mechanisms to couple this negative change in free energy to help drive many chemical reactions in the cell. This figure shown in the slide shows the structure of the nucleotide triphosphate, adenosine triphosphate or ATP. We will discuss its structure and function in detail in some. Thank you for watching this video. I hope now you understand what are nucleic acids, how do they differ in both DNA and RNA, and what are their structural differences. Hope you have liked this video. If you haven't liked it so far, please do so and subscribe to my channel Biology for All. I am thankful to all my viewers for watching these videos. See you in the next video. Bye for now.